Welcome to BucTv News. I'm Casey Keeley with your weekly sports update. The ETSU Athletics Department has officially announced the attendance capacity and guidelines for the spring 2021 season. Currently, all outdoor sporting events will be limited to 30% attendance capacity. Indoor matches, such as volleyball and women's basketball, held inside Brooks Gym will be limited to 10% capacity. The track and field events held inside the Mini Dome are not allowing access to fans at this time. The athletics department is requiring that everyone in attendance wear a mask and practice social distancing as recommended by the CDC. If you have or are experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, they ask that you please do not enter the buildings. On Saturday afternoon, the season debut of ETSU's women's soccer team and their new coach, Jay Yelton, was spoiled by a 2-1 overtime loss to Marshall University. The location for the match was changed at the last minute from the Bucks' home field of Summers-Taylor to Kermit-Tipton Stadium at Science Hill High School due to a waterlogged home field. After a scoreless first half, the Herd responded to the Bucks' go-ahead score with one of their own to force the contest into overtime. Marshall then went on to score the game winner in the last minute of the overtime period. The Bucks will be back on their home turf on March 19th to take on Lipscomb with kickoff scheduled for 3 p.m. The Southern Conference Office has announced the 2021 preseason all-conference teams and preseason standings. ETSU's baseball team is predicted to finish the season tied for 5th with Western Carolina Catamounts, and 3 Buccaneers were chosen for the All-SoCon first and second teams. Redshirt senior infielder Jake Lyle and graduate utility athlete Jake Madole were voted into the preseason first team All-SoCon, while senior left-handed pitcher Matthew Mercer was picked for second team. The Bucks begin their 2021 season at home this Friday versus Northern Kentucky University with first pitch scheduled for 3 p.m. For our final story this week, Brian Lehman is here to give you a recap of the men's basketball season as we prepare for the home stretch.
Thanks, Casey. With just 5 games remaining on the Bucks' schedule before the postseason tournament begins on March 5th, we'll begin our recap with ETSU's December 22nd non-conference finale versus Alabama. Going into their SEC matchup with a 4-3 record, ETSU kept it close in the first half. They trailed by only a point at the break, 36-35, before the Crimson Tide pulled away to win 85-69 in the second frame. Once conference play began, the blue and gold started to click, winning their SoCon opener with an 86-point outburst versus Western Carolina. The Bucks went on to win 6 of their first 7 SoCon matchups, their only loss coming on the road versus Furman. ETSU forced the season split just a week after that defeat, beating Furman 71-62 in the first of 5 straight 20-point outings by redshirt freshman forward Damari Monsanto. In the final game of that streak, the Bucks were dealt a heartbreaking 67-65 loss when they battled back from a 16-point second-half deficit versus Chattanooga just to have the would-be game winner negated by the Mocs' last-second shot. Last week, ETSU lost its second game in a row for the first time since SoCon play began, but the Bucks rebounded on Saturday to split the season series with the Wofford Terriers. Redshirt junior guard Ladarius Brewer starred in the 71-49 blowout win, scoring 30 points on 11 of 14 shooting. Now with an 8-4 conference record, ETSU takes on Chattanooga in a rematch tonight, needing a victory as they chase the UNC Greensboro Spartans, who lead the conference with a SoCon record of 10-3. The Bucks are scheduled to compete for a season sweep versus the Spartans on February 27th, their regular season finale.
Thanks, Brian. That's all for this week, but check back for campus news on Wednesday. I'm Casey Keeley, and this is BucTv News.